So I want to talk to you about trusting the process. Trusting the process is a very vague statement, but when you get it, you get it. And trusting the process means that you are working hard in the middle of said process and you don't know if the outcome is going to be in your favor or not. Trusting the process is where you are believing in the people you're working with, around, and for are doing their job to make you better, and vice versa with you. And trusting the process is really, really difficult. And what I tend to see from parents is that in the middle of the hard process is when they stop trusting it. And their immediate default is to blame the coach or the teammates, and not saying, in the middle of this process, is my kid coachable, receiving feedback, athletic enough, and skilled enough to do the thing that they want to do and we want them to do? And they don't ask those questions. They just immediately say, the process is bad because right now it's not going the way I want to. And the reality of it is that if you're going to trust the process, you just have to trust the process. You just have to. You can't dilly-dally and jump across the line in the middle of trusting the process. And I equate it to a back row attack. When you're doing a correct back row attack, that foot is it is right there. And a millimeter more, you're on the line. But you have to trust the process. You have to trust what your setter is giving you is where you need it. You have to trust yourself in the process, that your footwork is correct and that you are going to be right where you need to be in order for you to get the swing you want to get. That's an example of trusting the process. Both parties have to do their job in order for the process to work. And you're not going to know until the end result, either the back row attack or the kill. But you have to trust the process in the middle. And I know there are going to be people like, but the coach, and but. You got to trust the process. Either you're in the process or you're not. And if you're not going to trust it, guess what happens? You're going to foot fault every single time. You're going to go over that line every single time because you can't jump out of the process and think it's going to work. You can't try and look down. You can't try and tell your setter something in the middle of the process. You just got to do your approach, swing, and hope it goes where it has to go. And if it doesn't, you readjust after the fact. But in the middle of the process, you have to trust the process. That's the whole thing about trusting the process.